Boy, I tell ya, I can't wait until this thing is even louder. It's gonna be great. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about the 2018 Corvette ZR1 once again, because recently somebody who is a subscriber to Motor Trend, or I'm sorry, Car and Driver, posted on Instagram and said, "Oh my God, I got sent the wrong issue of Car and Driver, and it has the ZR1 on the front. Here it is." And everybody is freaking out. I'm losing it! Because they're like, oh my God, this is confirmed now. This is exactly what the ZR1 is gonna look like, and this, that, and the other thing. As far as whether or not the whole story is real, the Instagram post and the magazine cover itself, I'm really lucky that I wasn't anywhere close to the middle of the road right there, because that trailer was way too wide for the street, so that's good. An unsuspecting person would have just totaled their car. But as far as the magazine cover, I'm not sure. I mean, do car magazines have an issue done this far ahead of time, and would they send it out by accident? I don't really know. I don't know anything about car magazines, but either way, I don't think it matters, because Car and Driver does this from time to time, as all the publications do. You know, they have to make guesses, they have to talk about cars that are coming out, they have to be the first to talk about it, and Car and Driver has these issues called 25 cars worth waiting for. And of course, they talk about all the cars that are going to be coming out in the next year or so, and why they're going to be great, and some of the things that might not be so great about them. So it doesn't surprise me that Car and Driver would have this new ZR1 in an upcoming issue. Now, the car that's on the cover is just a rendering, which is why I'm not sure why everyone is losing their minds, because we've seen this rendering before. Maybe because I'm just following the story a little bit more close than others, but I've seen that exact rendering a few times, or pretty much, you know, it looks exactly the same. So the whole thing about this, and I've gotten so many messages on it and everything, like, have you seen this, all this stuff, and you know, for me, it's not that exciting, because it's like, well, yeah, I mean, I've seen that before. The most recent spy shots, motherfuckers are playing golf out here. It's like 35 degrees. The most recent spy shots that we've seen of the ZR1, it doesn't leave a whole lot to guess about. I mean, sure, it's got camouflage on it, but you can see that it's a C7 Corvette. The front end is a little bit different, so instead of just one main grille like my car here, a Z06 has, it has the main grille and then two bigger air intakes on either side. And the back end is the same, except for it has a big wing, and the hood is going to be different. But other than that, and probably, I'm going to guess, it has some interior changes as well, but other than that, looks like a C7 Corvette. So it's not there's not really a whole lot to like guess about as far as the car is concerned. So when I look at that rendering, I think that, yeah, that is pretty close to what it's going to look like, but at the same time, I don't think it's like a big deal, like, oh, it's a leaked image. I mean, I could have done that rendering myself. Let's get back to talking about the car, and there's still a lot we don't know, and I'm guessing that Car and Driver doesn't know either, unless they have some really good and reliable insider info, and I guess we'll have to wait until the rest of us get our issue to see what they have to say about it. But we don't know how much it's going to cost, although I tend to think it's going to be about 10 to 15 grand more base price than this car, so figure about 95-ish, maybe a little bit more depending on how crazy it is, but I'm thinking basically 100 grand, something like that. We don't know what transmissions are going to be offered. I'm sure a 7-speed like I have will be available, but maybe the new 10-speed auto that the ZL1 has, and you can find in the new Ford Raptor as well, co-developed between GM and Ford, or maybe just you know, the standard Corvette 8-speed automatic. I'm not really sure about that. We also don't know about the engine. Many people have been speculating that it's going to be the LT5, which is a dual overhead cam design, which is something that Chevrolet does not normally do, as you know, if you're a fan of these cars. I don't know. I think that it's pretty early in the Corvette life cycle to do a big change like that. I mean, from the ZR1, from a regular Corvette to a ZR1, because the LT1 in the Stingray and the Grand Sport is pretty close to this engine, and then the LT4 that you get in the Z06 is just really a supercharged version of the LT1 with, I mean, some different parts here and there. But it would surprise me if the ZR1 has a brand new engine ready to go. That's pretty quick. I mean, that means they developed it and it's ready to go within like a couple of years. So I'm not sure. My thinking is that I think it's going to be an LT4, maybe with a little bit more power, maybe like 700 or something like that. This car, of course, has 650, or my car had 650. So that's what I think as far as the engine is concerned. Now let's talk about me getting one, because if you are a subscriber to the channel, you know that I placed a deposit a while ago. Basically, I mean, I've been following this story from day one because I'm a Corvette fanboy. I think that should be pretty obvious, and I want one. I want this new ZR1, and I don't have any more info for you guys as far as, you know, the ordering process is concerned, but I have thought about a couple of things. And since I have this C8 Z06 that I've made videos about extensively, and we know that the ZR1 is going to be pretty similar to this car, I was thinking, what ways can I distance myself with the new car from this one? In what way can I differentiate the two and have it be really interesting for all the viewers and for myself too? You know, I think if the ZR1 comes out and I get the manual and everything, it's going to be pretty much the same, and maybe I won't find it that exciting. Whereas if I get an auto, not only will that be different, but it will be for everybody else, but it will be different for me. Then I have a manual car with, at that point, probably 800 wheel horsepower, and then I have an automatic version of this new Corvette. So that's what I was thinking. That's kind of my idea, and let me know what you guys think. Should I get an automatic version of this new Corvette when it comes out? And I still am getting one. That's the plan. So as far as the order goes, everything is still ready to go. As soon as I know more information, I will be updating you all, of course. I think that the way that I can make this car even more exciting is to get a different transmission option. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, again, it's tough for me to think that it's not going to be the 8-speed, because they spent so long on that transmission, and it's only been in the car for now 3 model years, unless they continue selling the 8-speed in this car and then have the 10-speed exclusively for the ZR1, which I find hard to believe. But I don't know, it might be the new 10-speed, it might be this 8-speed, but either way, maybe I should get an automatic and try it out. So that is about all I have to say on the subject. I just wanted to update you guys because I've been getting so many questions about it. And yes, I have seen the Car and Driver cover. I don't think it's really anything surprising, at least not for me, but it is cool. I mean, we're getting a pretty good look of what the ZR1 is going to be, which I think is exciting. So let me know what you guys think, and should I get the automatic version of the ZR1, or should I stick to the old stick? I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.